Welcome to 2 Minutes with Chetan Henry. On today's podcast, I want to talk to you about dealing with your past regrets. Many of us can go through life being bound to our past experiences and we continue to live in them without exercising the freedom that God wants to give from our broken past. To give an example, this is what the father of faith, Abraham, was struggling with at one point of time in his life. When God gave him the promised son, he also had another son with the bond servant, Hagar. And now there was conflict in his house, and there was divine disruption which was happening in his house. And he didn't know how to take both of these children to the future which God was calling him into, which could only allow one promised son to go forward. And then Abraham was troubled. He was so troubled that he didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to say his goodbyes to his broken past. That is when his wife came and said, Abraham, get rid of this bond servant and his son. They cannot go with us into the future where God is calling us. Abraham hesitated, but God appeared to Abraham and said, that is the right thing to do, and so you shall do it. And Abraham did that. And while he was doing it, I believe he had this revelation that his past mistakes were now had become a load or a burden for the Lord, not of his anymore. And that is why he sent them away, knowing that God was dealing with him and God was also dealing with his broken past, and he had to say goodbye to it. Because if not, he would still be married to that broken past and he could never go into his glorious future. You see, God took Abraham and his promised son to the future, and God also dealt well with the bond servant and the mistake of Abraham, the other son. God is just. God gave both of them a future. But Abraham's future was going to be in conflict and compromise if he had not done the will of the Lord by parting with his old regret. So today, I'm calling you to part ways with your old regret, with your old failure. Say goodbyes and say, God, you take care of those. I'm going into my future, what you're calling me into. Beloved, if this has spoken to you, please comment and share this with somebody. God bless you.